Hello friends, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make another simple, fast recipe that is yummy. It is turkey shepherd's pie, and this is kind of like having a Thanksgiving dinner all put into one bite. It's really good. So let's start out with the ingredients list. The ingredients that we're going to need for our turkey shepherd's pie is 10 ounces of ground turkey, 5 Yukon Gold potatoes, half a yellow onion, 3 ounces of carrots, 1 ounce of sour cream, half a teaspoon of dried thyme, a 1/4 cup chicken stock concentrate, 2 cloves of garlic, 1½ celery stalks, 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, some sea salt, and some pepper. We are going to start our prep with the potatoes, and these are Yukon Gold potatoes. They are a cross between a South American yellow potato and a North American white potato, and the consistency is really friendly to use. It's good for boiling and frying and sauteing and mashing, lots of different things with these types of potatoes. So you want to take these and cut these into about 1-inch squares like I'm doing here, and nothing fancy, it doesn't have to be exact, but just get them kind of cut up into 1-inch squares that we will use later. Now, we are going to use fresh garlic cloves. This takes 2 cloves, and we use fresh garlic because the flavor is a lot better and stronger than processed garlic. It's also spicier. It's got a little heat to it, and I like spice. Now, you'll want to make sure that these cloves are peeled, and there might be a fancier way to do this. I don't know. I just use my fingernails. But you'll peel off the skin until you get to that nice white center, and it's really pretty and shiny and smooth. And when you get to it, you'll be looking at this. Now, we're going to keep one of these peeled whole, and we're going to use that one whole. But we're going to take the second one, and we are going to chop it into just little finely diced squares. And again, there might be a fancier way to do this. I don't use a food processor or anything like that. I just take the knife and I cut it into these thin little shards. And then I take those thin little shards and cut them into smaller thin little shards until I get a finely chopped garlic piece. You want to do the same thing with the onions. Go ahead and cut those into fine little pieces. You'll want to do a half of the onion for that, and do the same thing with the carrots and celery. Just chop it all small like this. Now you want to put the potatoes in a pot. Make sure that there's about 2 inches of water covering it, and also drop in that full garlic clove in there. Then you're going to season the potatoes with a little salt and turn that heat up so that you can get it boiling. You want to boil these potatoes and get them really soft, and you're gonna boil them for about somewhere between 12 and 15 minutes. You'll be able to tell when the potato gets soft. While that is cooking, you're going to heat up a little oil in a medium pan. You want to put that on medium-high heat, and then put your carrots in there. And you're gonna add a little salt. I use sea salt, and you're gonna add some pepper also in there to season it. And then you want to stir these carrots up until they get soft. It'll take about 2 or 3 minutes for them to get soft. So just kind of stir them up in there. Not much oil, as you can see. Just sort of mix it up. And after about 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to want to take your chopped up celery, add that in there. And you'll want to also add your chopped up onion. Put that in there. And then add some more oil. Just sort of coat it with the oil, a large drizzle. And after you get that on there, add a little bit more of some seasoning with the sea salt as well as the pepper. And then you'll just want to stir that up. Cook it, stir it. It'll take about 5 to 7 minutes for you to sort of get those veggies in the shape that they need to be in. So just keep moving it around so they don't burn and all that kind of stuff. Then after your 5 to 7 minutes and you get those in good shape, you want to take that other clove of garlic that you chopped up into little pieces and just drop that in there as it's stuck to my hand. And then take your thyme and put the thyme in there. And you're going to cook this just for about 30 seconds. Not very long at all. Just enough to kind of get fragrant and move it around, move it around, move it around. And then after about 30 seconds, you are ready to put in your turkey. So you'll just drop the turkey in there, and yeah, turkey meat, especially ground turkey meat like this, is kind of gross to handle. But it tastes good. So get it in there, kind of move it around, chop it up a little bit, mix it in with all the veggies and the oil. After you get it mixed in there, you can season it a little bit with some salt and pepper, and you'll want to cook the meat just until it's a little brown. It'll take about 4 to 6 minutes, and then when you get it, about 4 to 6 minutes along the way, put in 2 tablespoons of flour and just sort of scatter it around, and also a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt and get stirred around and mixed up. You'll want to do that for about 2 to 3 minutes is all it will take for it to sort of get brown. And you can see there that mixes up pretty good. It sticks a little bit to the pan, but that's okay if it does stick a little bit, because we're going to add our water. This is 3/4 cups water, and I have the stock concentrate mixed in with the water just to save a step. So put your 3/4 cup water and stock concentrate in there and stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. You're going to see it start to get thick, and it's going to get kind of gravy-like, sort of like this. And when it does that, you want to put it on a simmer and then just let it simmer quietly. Now we're going to move over to our potatoes and drain the water off of those. Once you have drained the water off, you'll want to go ahead and put in 2 tablespoons of butter, as well as your sour cream. You can see right there. I add a little more sea salt and pepper, and this is just to taste. Whatever you're used to eating, salt and pepper. So it's kind of a judgment call. So you just put that in there and then mash it all up. The potatoes, that clove of garlic that's been in there, the butter and all that. Get it into a nice smooth consistency until you can stir it, kind of like this. That's what you want to see. If it's a little thick, you can always add just a tiny bit of water or milk. Milk is good to add to it. And then you can move back over to your simmering turkey mix and just sort of flatten it out. Get it ready for the potatoes. And just drop your potatoes right there on top of the turkey. Spread it around and leave about 1 inch or so, half inch of the edges of the turkey showing, just because it looks cool. Add a little pepper, add a little salt, and you are ready to eat that. Look at that. It's really good. Really, really good. And this is enough for about 2, sometimes 3 people, depending on how you eat. But there you go. That's what it looks like. Turkey shepherd's pie. The alternative to Thanksgiving dinner? Maybe. But it's quick and easy. You should be able to do it in like 35, 45 minutes, something like that, just depending on how fast you cut. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, click that like button to let YouTube know that you like the video. Also, click the subscribe button. That will subscribe you to my channel, and you'll be notified when new videos upload, which are usually about every 3 to 4 days. So thanks for watching another video with me, and I will see you next time.